Hello, everyone. Good afternoon or good morning or good night, wherever you're joining us from. Welcome to the Owlypia Global virtual meeting for students. We are going to let everyone join. We're going to wait a minute or two before actually beginning. But I want to thank you for joining us today. We can't wait to present to you what we've prepared and tell you a little bit about the challenge and the round itself and how it's going to work. And we have, of course, a lot of time at the end for you guys to ask questions and just get to know the round. So we're just going to wait a minute or two to give everyone a chance to join, and then we can begin. Okay, I see a lot of us are joining, 80 participants already. Welcome if you're new. Okay, I think we're good to go now. So in case you've joined us in the last minute or so, welcome to our global virtual round meeting. My name is Anissa and I'm going to be your host for today. We're going to be talking a little bit about the round, the challenges, what we can expect, and how everything's going to work. So we're going to start by watching a short video that will just give you the introductory information you need and prep you for all the information that I'm going to tell you later on. Okay, so that was the video, and the rest of our presentation will pretty much be diving a bit deeper into everything you just saw, and then of course answering some of your questions that you guys have already asked us prior to the meeting over our emails and so on. And then of course, if anyone has questions, we're going to dive into the chat box as well. So I want to start now with this presentation that we've prepared for you guys. All right. So Owlypia Global Virtuals. Let me just wait for this slideshow to start. There we go. So it's time to connect with the world through Owlypia Global Virtuals. This first part is going to be some general information about how everything is going to work. And then the second part will be something a little bit different. You're going to see. So the Owlypia Global Virtual is an exciting 3-day competition, which is going to be held online. You're going to be able to compete in teams that you can form with your friends from anywhere around the world. And of course, this challenge has the ability to be taken from the safety and comfort of your own home. As many of you, I'm sure, already know, since you guys are already Owlypians who have qualified for our global rounds and who have participated before, we have 2 age categories in Owlypia. We have Owlets, who are aged 11 to 14, and Owlys, who are aged 15 to 18. So once you register and put in your birth date, you automatically know which age category you're in. And of course, we have our 5 subject categories: art and design, literature and culture, social sciences, economics and business, and science and technology. As you know, our whole competition is based around the fact that you guys can choose what you're most interested in studying, what subject you feel most connected to, which one do you want to explore more and compete in. And then after this, you guys get to form your team. So you can form your team with people from anywhere around the world. It can be your friends, it can be some of your classmates, it can be someone you just want to compete with because you know that they're passionate about learning and challenging themselves. And you can do this by forming a team of 3. Now, there were a lot of questions about this, which we're going to address later. So bear with me. And then after that, after you guys have chosen your subject and after you figured out who you're going to be in a team with, all you have to do is go on www.owlypia.org and fill out our registration form for the Owlypia Global Virtuals. And then after that, all you have to do is prepare yourself. So you have to study the recommended resources that we've prepared for you. Each separate age category and subject category has its own resources. And you can find these on our website under the resources tab. And of course, if you do need any help with anything or have questions, we're here for you. Then you read the instructions, you watch some videos and challenges from our videos about each challenge from our website. Our website has a bunch of information that will definitely help you before you start joining these challenges. And then you can discuss these resources with your friends, your teammates, your teachers, your parents, and sort of involve them in your Owlypia experience as well. After that, you have to take the challenges with your teammates. And that's actually what you see here is the global virtual round. So these 5 challenges, the knowledge, pen down, speechcraft, impromptu, and team spirit challenges are the 5 challenges that you'll be taking. So the knowledge challenge is sort of the one that you won't need the team for, but we're going to get into that later. And we're going to go into each of these challenges into more detail. And then, of course, at the end of the ceremony, we have our awards ceremony where you guys will get certificates of participation. You'll get certificates of achievement with either gold, silver, and bronze badges, depending on your achievement. Certificates of excellence for the top 3 teams in each age category in Owlets and Owlys, and medals, trophies, Owlypia mascots for the top 3 teams, which will be shipped to you wherever you are in the world. Now, this concludes sort of part 1 of our presentation. This was just the technical part, and it's just the introductory basic stuff that some of you may already know, but we just wanted to include that just so that we're all on the same page before we go deeper into how everything is actually going to work at the virtuals. So if anyone has questions now, you can raise your hand or write in the chat box. But if you do, it's just, let's answer questions now about the part 1. So if you have anything about everything I've just talked about, if you have questions about how everything's going to work and how each challenge is going to work, you can wait until part 2, since we're going to go into that a little bit. And I'm going to actually answer some questions that we already got from you guys via email. So I'm going to check the chat box to see if you guys have asked any questions regarding our part 1 of the presentation. Let's see. Okay, I don't see any so far. Oh, okay. So I see some questions about the fee, how to make a team, and we are going to answer all of these in the second part. So as I said, this first part was just some really, really basic intro information, just to get anyone who's new on the same page. And then we're going to address a lot of this in this next part of our presentation. So yeah, all of these I see, team fee, registration fee. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go into all of this. So let me just go to part 2 then, because I see you guys are really excited to see what's happening. So part 2 of our presentation, let's continue with that. So here are the requirements. Stable internet connection, of course. This whole competition is going to be happening online, so you should have a very stable internet connection. Zoom software installed on your preferred device. If you prefer a laptop, tablet, phone, whatever, you do need an email account. This is how we will be communicating with you. We're going to be sending you orientation day information on your email. We're going to be sending you actual links for the challenge rooms on your email. So you do need an email account, which you will be checking regularly. And then for the Team Spirit Challenge, which is going to work in a bit of a different way, we're going to need you to have two devices. One is going to be to view the questions, and one is going to be to pick your answer. So for example, right now I'm looking at my computer screen, and let's say there's a question there, and I'm taking the Team Spirit Challenge, and I have my phone here, and it says like A, B, C, D, and I see the question, and I'm actually going to select it with my phone or my tablet or another laptop or something like that. So for the Team Spirit Challenge, we do advise you to have two devices. It is possible to do it with one, but having it with two is much more time efficient, and it's way easier. It's way more convenient for you. So that's just what we have recommended. Now, a few days before the competition, you're going to receive an email with all necessary links for challenges, the competition schedule, and the description of the challenges. The links will look sort of like what you see on the screen here. And all you have to do is each day, you look at your schedule, you see what you have that day, and you enter the link that corresponds with the challenges that we're having that day. So this email is going to be really important for the rest of the competition. And then here we have our schedule. So this has been something that you guys have asked a lot about, and it's finally here. We did need some time to organize everything to get it together for you. And so this is sort of the tentative schedule that we have. This might change a little bit. So if it does change, it's going to be a matter of half an hour or an hour. But what you see here is pretty much what you're going to get. On the first day, we're going to have an opening ceremony where we're going to talk to you guys a bit. We're going to welcome you. We're going to get to know you. We're going to have a short break. And then for the rest of the first day, we're going to have the pen down challenge, the speechcraft challenge, and the impromptu challenge. As you can see on the screen here, between each challenge, you're going to be having some breaks because we want, we don't want it to be all clustered together. So it will take, the first day will take pretty much the whole day, but you guys are going to have a lot of time to eat, to relax, to, just regather yourself for the next challenge. The second day, we're going to have a quick warm up in the morning, little break, and then we're going to have the knowledge challenge, the Who's Got Talent event, and the Team Spirit challenge. As you can see this day as well, we have a lot of time for breaks for you guys. Focus on the next challenge. And the third day, of course, my favorite at least, is the award ceremony day. So you guys will find out all of your results and how you did and who's the top three and everything on the third day from 9 to 10 o'clock. We're going to have an award ceremony. It's going to be great. So that's what the schedule is going to look like. You guys can maybe take a picture now if you want, but you will be getting this in the email that you're going to receive when you register. All right. Let's see now. We're going to go into the challenges a little bit. You guys have been asking a lot about how each challenge is going to work, how we're going to make it work online, how much time you're going to have. So let's get into that now. For the pen down challenge, you go to your challenge room at the scheduled time. And when I say go to your challenge room, I mean the link we just discussed in the email. You're going to be assigned a breakout room together with your team to discuss your topic. So that's how that's going to work. That's pretty much the most important answer to what you guys have been asking. How am I going to discuss with my team for the pen down challenge? How are we going to prepare our essay, our story? And that's it. You guys are going to have your own breakout room on Zoom. No one else is going to be listening to you. And every time an Owlypia host or an Owlypia staff member enters, you're going to be able to see, but we're not going to be entering. You're just going to have a lot of time. You're going to be having maybe an hour to get together your topic, to discuss, to put everything together, and to complete your story or essay. So all of this will be happening over Google Docs, over Zoom. You guys are going to have a document, a Google Doc, where you guys can type and start putting together your draft, moving things around, and writing your essay. or your story. So we will be supervising the breakout rooms, but we won't be, we won't be bothering you in any way. We won't be talking. We won't be, messing with you. You guys will be having your discussion with your team, and we'll be supervising. Of course, if you do need questions, we will be there, but you will get everything before the challenge, like the topics and some general directions and stuff like that. Okay, so as you can see here, we have some diagrams that will sort of get you to figure out how this is going to work. This is how it's going to look. We're going to have one challenge room where we're all going to be together, and then we're going to have breakout rooms, which I just mentioned, where you guys will be discussing amongst yourselves where no one else can hear you. And of course, you're going to have the freedom to unmute and mute yourself as you like, turn on and off your cameras, and so on. Next, we're going to talk about the Speechcraft Challenge. So for the Speechcraft Challenge, you're going to go to your challenge room at the scheduled time, and you will be debating with a team on a certain topic. Now, whether or not you're affirmative or negative for that topic will be decided completely randomly. You will receive your topic at the same time the other team does. You're going to receive what side you're on at the same time the other team does, and you're going to have 10 minutes to prepare as a team in a breakout room. So once you get your topic, you and your team are going to go to a breakout room. You start jotting down your ideas. You start putting together your rebuttal, your opening statements, all this stuff. And then you're going to come back and the debate will start. And for each team member, you're going to have 2 minutes to talk. So all three of you will have the chance to talk at least once for 2 minutes. You guys get to choose who goes first, who goes second, who goes third, and so on. And each team will have one debate. So that's the Speechcraft Challenge, our debate challenge. So here are the steps. You're going to receive the topic again. You're going to go with your team to the breakout room to have your 10 minutes of preparation. And then you're going to come back and start the debate with the two teams. The Impromptu Challenge is sort of another version of a public speaking challenge in Owlypia. So you guys are going to choose a random number in a table of topics that we've prepared. So let's say 1 to 8, because as you can see here, for example, on the screen, you can't see what topics 1 to 8 are. So you're going to be picking a random number just so that it's fair. And then we're going to show you what your topic is, and you have 1 minute to prepare. So you're going to have 1 minute to sort of jot down some ideas, to think about like what you're going to say, how you're going to structure it. And then once 60 seconds is up, we say, all right, it's time to speak. And you have 2 minutes to talk about your topic. You can take any kind of approach you want. You can take a philosophical approach. You can take a humoristic approach. But the point is to give us a little bit of information about your topic, maybe your opinion, maybe your view on it, to make it interesting and really to just show us your public speaking skills in this challenge. All right, so as you can see here, this is how the topics go. They're going to be randomly chosen once you choose a number in the table. Now we come to the knowledge challenge. So the link is again going to be provided in the email that you're going to receive. And the questions will all be in multiple choice style. And these questions are completely going to be from the resources that are on our website for your subject. So let's say you are Science and Technology Owly. There's a list of resources for you for the Knowledge Challenge on our website. There's some articles, some books, some movies, some videos. You go, you study those, and that's all you need for this challenge. You're going to have 60 minutes to answer 50 multiple choice questions about your field, so the field that you're most interested in and that you've chosen. And then, of course, the crowd favorite, the Team Spirit Challenge. This is going to be happening over Kahoot, and this is the one that I mentioned earlier that you're going to need 2 devices for. And if you look at the screen, you're going to see a little bit about how that could look. So again, for the Team Spirit Challenge, you're going to go to the main hall, and the main hall is, again, in the email that we're going to send you once you register. You're going to get all the links. You're going to join www.kahoot.it with your second device, and there's going to be a pin. There's going to be a game pin to join the challenge. and you're going to have to register individually. So we're going to get that sorted. Everyone's going to join. Everyone's going to be entering the PIN. That's going to take some time. And then once that is over, the challenge will start. And like I said, you're going to see on one device, you're going to see the questions come up. And on the other device, you're going to have like the options and you choose. So you read the question and you choose on your phone or on your tablet or something like that. When it comes to the names, we need you to write your team name and then your name when you're joining Kahoot. So if you look here on the screen, on the phone, where the ID is being put in, it's team 5-Andy. We need you guys to enter your names like this so that we can organize everything better and so that we can get the results more efficiently and just so that it's easier to follow. And then you're going to see your name on the screen if you join successfully. So let's say, again, I'm joining with my phone and I'm already joined on my laptop and I'm entering my name. And if I enter successfully, then it's going to show up on my laptop screen. I'm going to see it say Team 6 Anissa. So 2 devices are definitely going to be best for this challenge. Here's what it's going to look like. So as you can see on my screen here, we have the question, the national sport in the USA is, and we have all of the options on the first device. And on the second device, all we have is the options. We don't see anything. We don't see the words. We don't see what the question even is. So we're actually going to be just choosing on our second device. We're going to be selecting our final answer, whereas the first device is going to be used to actually see the questions and see the options that we have. Okay, so that's the challenges. Now we're going to talk about the Who's Got Talent challenge. This necessarily isn't something that's going to be, part of the competition itself or graded. This is something that's put together for you guys because we know how much you've enjoyed this in past global challenges and past global rounds and past local rounds. So this is an event where you can show off your special talent. You will be able to register for Who's Got Talent before the competition. And there will be a live performance or a prepared pre-recorded video, depending on your talent. So for Who's Got Talent, you will be informed about this. And again, for everything, always follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. We post so much information there. And then, of course, if you need anything else, you have our email and, of course, our website. This is what I've been mentioning. If you actually delve into our website a bit, you're going to find a lot of descriptions about the challenges. You're going to find a lot of videos. So we actually have like videos for each challenge. We have one for knowledge. We have one for pen down, where you can go step by step and actually, if you feel like you're going to be more comfortable, if you know a bit more about the challenges, definitely go through our website. It's going to have a lot of information. So that's that for our presentation, this part of the presentation. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to answer a few of your questions right after I read the ones that we already have from our email. And I'm going to do this because these are the questions that were asked most. And I see in the chat box as well now, a lot of you are asking about the registration fee. A lot of you are asking about teams, and a lot of you are asking about the challenges themselves. Well, although we've already explained that in this part of the presentation, but I know those are the most asked questions, and we have a few more here that I'm going to go over now. So these are the ones from our emails that you guys have asked most. All right, what is this global virtual round and what is the purpose? So good question, and I decided to start with this one first. So the Owlypia Global Virtual Round is this idea that we at Owlypia had once we realized that the consequences of the pandemic were going to affect us for quite a while, especially when it comes to travel restrictions. And we know that a lot of our Owlypians were really, really sad to miss the global challenges that we had planned in June and July in Cambridge and Harvard, respectively. So we came up with this challenge to just give you guys a chance to challenge yourselves this summer, to compete with students who have qualified from past local rounds, from past online rounds, because the global rounds are, the best of the best. These are all Medalists, these are all students who worked really hard to qualify, and we know how much you enjoy the global, so we wanted to make that happen, and we can do that with this global virtual round. The next question says, I would like to know more about the registration fee, and I would like to know if it'll be the same as the actual global round price. So when it comes to the registration fee for our Owlypia Globals at Cambridge and Boston, the registration fee is £590. But for this virtual round, the registration fee is £190. So a lot less, obviously, but you get to participate in all 5 challenges, plus the Who's Got Talent, plus the opening ceremony, plus the award ceremony. And of course, you have a chance to win trophies, medals, so everything that you would in the globals that happen on site, the in-person ones. So it's also a huge plus that there's no travel or accommodation needed for the virtual round, because when it comes to the globals that happen in person, you have to organize quite a bit. You have to get there. And although that's very fun, with this round, you don't have any of that. You just have to prepare yourself to study, and then you take the challenges. The next question a lot of you guys asked, I would like to know more about how we will be tested and the format and amount of questions, as well as when we will be getting scores. So I told you guys this during the presentation, but I want to repeat one more time. So each challenge functions differently because the challenges themselves are different. So for the knowledge challenge, you're going to have 50 questions. For team spirit, you're going to have around 30 questions. And remember, team spirit is the common ground part of our resources. So all of you guys have to study the common ground part. And then, yeah, for team spirit, you're going to have around 30 questions. For pen down, you're going to have a topic that you're going to have multiple topics actually that you can choose from. And then you have 1 hour to write an essay. We explained team spirit already. And then we go to speechcraft and impromptu, where you guys will pick topics and talk about that and show us your public speaking skills a bit. So that's how that's going to work. And for all of these challenges, we're going to be using platforms such as Zoom, Google Docs, Kahoot. We're going to be using LMS for Knowledge Challenge. So that's a bit about that. And as I said, you're going to receive the scores on the 3rd day of the event, which is the award ceremony day. So right when the competition is over, the next day, we're going to have the award ceremony and you're going to know how you did. And it's going to be really great. We have here a good question. What time zone will the schedule be based on? So we're going to be working according to the UK time zone, since that's where Owlypia is based, and our team works from there. And we just also try to find a time zone that would work for most of the people who registered and qualified, and that is the UK time zone. Again, we understand that this won't work for everybody, and we do understand that, you know, it can be hard, but that's just, that's what worked for the majority. And of course, since we're based in the UK, that is the time zone that we're going to be following. And definitely the most asked question over email, over Google form, in our past meetings, can I participate alone? Can I participate if I don't have a team? How can I get a team? How can I find some teammates? Okay. So if you and a friend of yours have both qualified for globals, you can compete in the global virtuals together as a team. And this is super simple. When you register, there's that part in the registration form that asks for your team name, and you guys just enter the same team name. But if you don't have someone that you know participating in the virtuals this year, all you have to do is send us an email at info@owlypia.org, and all you have to do is say, hi, I registered for the Owlypia Global Virtuals, and I really want to be put in a team. I don't have anyone I know. Could you please put me in a team with someone in my age category? We put you on the list. We link you guys up. And this way you'll get to meet and work with new people from all over the world. So these are your most asked questions. I now welcome you guys to raise your hand if you want to unmute yourself and ask me any other questions that are different from what I've just answered. So you're welcome to raise your hand if you have a question, introduce yourself to us. If you have any type of suggestion even or a comment about anything, we welcome you to join us for this meeting. So I'm looking here at the participants to see if any of you are raising your hand. You can do that by pressing the button. It'll be at the bottom of your screen if you have a question. The chat box is filling up really, really quickly since there's 98 of us. So I can't really follow all of your questions there. I'm really sorry. And if by any chance there is a question that you don't get to ask today, feel free to send us an email and we will always send you a detailed reply and we'll answer your question or help you with anything you might be experiencing, like some type of problem while registering, some type of complication. Please just send us an email and we'll help you ASAP. Okay, let's see. I have some people here raising their hands. Let's go with Sienna. Hi, Sienna. Can we hear your question?
Okay, so we're doing different subjects. Obviously, the kids would choose different subjects. So when we're teaming up, how would that work? Do we team up with our own category that we're choosing, or do we team up with different categories?
Right, thank you. That's a really good question. So if you guys remember during the presentation, I mentioned that knowledge challenge isn't really a team challenge because like we said, that's a multiple choice question challenge, right? So let's say my teammate, Blurda, is doing art and design and I'm doing science and technology. We're in the same team and we've done all these challenges together. We've done the debate together, blah, 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 and it's time for the knowledge challenge. And the thing is, we're taking separate tests. So she's taking her test for art and design, and I'm taking my test for my subject. So the knowledge challenge isn't a team challenge at all. It's the only challenge in our entire competition that's completely individual. So that's why it's okay to be in different subject categories and to have a different favorite subject and to still be in the same team. So your teammates do not have to have the same subject. That's a really good question. Thank you. Okay, let me see who else has their hand raised. We have Aisha. Aisha, let me try to unmute you. Can you hear us?
Okay, so there was a local round, but I didn't participate that time. So can I still do it, or do I have to be like qualified or something?
I didn't quite understand you. Could you try to repeat and maybe like be just a little louder?
So there was a local round in April, and I didn't participate that time. So can I still do the global rounds, or do I have to like do the local rounds first?
Oh, okay, good question. So global rounds are rounds that you actually have to qualify for. And actually, there was supposed to be a lot of local rounds in April. We did have to cancel those, of course, because of the pandemic and social distancing rules and regulations. So a lot of our local rounds were not able to happen this year, but that's why we had a lot of online rounds that you guys had the chance to, participate in and actually qualify for globals that way. And the good news is that we have one last chance for our Owlypians who want to qualify for globals and haven't yet, and that's our Owlypia Summer Challenge. So the last chance to qualify for Owlypia Global Virtuals or the Owlypia Globals in October is the Summer Challenge on August 8th. And the deadline to apply for this is actually 2 days from now. So you still have 2 days to apply, and then you have around 7 or 8 days to study the resources to prepare, and then you can take the challenge and try to qualify for globals if you already haven't. So anyone who has ever received a medal in a previous Owlypia challenge, local or online, has qualified for a global round. So that's a good question. Thank you so much. It's good that we sort of got that explanation out there. Okay, I see some more raised hands. I'm going to try to get to most of you. We do have some time left. Let's see. Let's see, Neha. Let's see your question. I've unmuted you.
Hello.
Hi.
I was wondering if my team can be only 2 people.
That's a great question, Neha. Thank you. We do prefer to make teams of 3 because that way you actually have a bigger chance of making it to the top. So a team of 2 technically could work. But when we added up your scores, it would be really, really hard for you guys to have as many points as someone with 3 people. So if you have one friend that you want to be in a team with, we can put you two in a team and find a third random team member for you guys that you guys can meet and get to know and work with through the challenge. And then it'll be easier for you guys to make it to the top, since, you know, we can have 2 people teams, no problem, but it'll just be really hard for you guys to make it to the top when you're competing with someone who has 3 people. So we will always do our best to fill up the teams and have 3 people in each team. Thank you for that question. That was a really good question. Okay, I see some more hands here. Let's go with Jaden. Hi, Jaden, I've unmuted you.
Hi. Is it 190 pounds per person or per group?
A good question. It's 190 pounds per person, because if it were per group, that'd be a bit hard to arrange, especially since some group members don't know each other yet. So the price is per person. Everyone is going to do their registration individually and their registration fee. So yes, individual. Thank you for your question. It's good that we also, it's good that we have these question and answer sessions, because there are a lot of things that we sort of don't explain to you guys in the presentations. And so this way we get to get everything out in the open. And these are really good questions. Okay, Mridula, I've unmuted you. What's your question?
Okay, so I would like to clarify for the pen down challenge, if the time allotted, that's 1 hour, I'm pretty sure, is like, is there gonna be like a specific amount of time that's for planning, or and then a specific amount of time for writing, or is it just like 1 hour and your team can decide?
Good question. Yeah, it's 1 hour and your team can do whatever they want in that 1 hour. So you guys get 1 hour in your breakout room once you get your topic, and you can do whatever you want freely. You can discuss for 15 minutes and write for 45. You can discuss for 50 minutes and put together your story in 10 minutes, whatever you guys prefer. We want to leave that up to the team. We want to let you guys be flexible with your time and sort of not have that tight of a schedule. You know, we don't want to give you 10 minutes for discussion and then 50 minutes for writing and stuff like that, because every team might work differently. So yeah, good question. Thank you. We will have 1 hour on the pen down challenge to do whatever you guys want to complete your essay or story.
Okay, thank you.
No problem, thank you. All right, we have time for maybe 2 or 3 more questions. So let's see here. We have Inan 404. I've unmuted you.
Okay, my question is that what if two of my members are from Owly and one is from Owlet?
Well, that won't quite be like possible. The thing is, let's say I'm technically in the Owly age category. So let's say I'm 15 and my team members are 14. They're Owlets. And if we were to make one team, our team would qualify as an Owly team, because that's sort of what's most fair. Because if I'm older, I can't compete with the younger group. So then my team is automatically in my category, in the Owly category. We do recommend to stay with your age category, because like I said, it can be a bit difficult to compete with people who are a lot older than you, or in some cases a lot, you know, if the situation is vice versa, a lot younger than you. So we do recommend that the teams are same age category. It is possible to be, you know, to be mixed up, but we wouldn't recommend that at all. So thank you for that question. Okay, let's see who else here. We have Sophia. Hi, Sophia.
Hi.
Hello.
I actually wanted to ask Rumi. For example, we're in a room and we like talking about something. So someone from our team started to say like acting silly or something like this. So how you will control this behavior of students?
Okay, yeah, if someone starts acting silly while you guys are discussing and so on, I understand. I mean, I doubt that will happen, because most people who, you know, join Owlypia and who are a part of these challenges, during the discussion times, they really like to use their time wisely. But if it does happen, I would just recommend saying to your teammate, like, listen, we have, a really, really limited amount of time to do this. Let's try to focus on our, speechcraft debate, or let's try to focus on our pen down challenge for now. And then we can connect later and, fool around, because you guys will actually have the chance to, exchange social media accounts with your teammates if you are just meeting them for the first time, or, you guys can talk, of course, outside of the competition. But when it's time to prepare for the challenges, of course, it's very important to use that time wisely. So yeah, if that does happen, just tell your teammate, we really need to focus. Can we focus for now, and then we can, joke around later.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your question. Okay, let's see. Oh, there are so many of you asking, like, who raised your hands. We're almost out of time, but I do want to answer as many questions as possible. So let me see who else we can invite here. We have Arnav. Hi, Arnav.
Hi. I just wanted to
Hi, how
double
are you?
thing about the challenges. So for the knowledge challenge and the team spirit, will we be taking them individually and then you're going to add our scores together to get our team score?
Sorry, I couldn't quite follow that. Could you repeat it?
For the knowledge challenge and the team spirit challenge, will we be doing them individually and then you're going to add our scores together to get our team score?
Oh, okay. I get what you're asking. So here's the thing. The knowledge challenge is, as I said, completely individual, but it will, it's going to be something that you're going to be graded on individually, and then the points are going to be added up. As for the team spirit score, yes, your scores will be averaged. So even though me and my friend and my third team member are, doing it individually, our scores will be added up since we're a team. So we're going to be graded as a team for the team spirit challenge. That's a great question.
So are we going to be receiving individual awards as well, or only team?
No, because even though you do have that one individual challenge, the knowledge challenge, it's all going to be added in, but your individual challenge, the knowledge challenge, it really gives you a good chance to get a medal. So even if, your team doesn't do as amazing in other parts, you can really do well in the knowledge challenge and still get a medal,
Okay. Yeah, and sorry,
I don't
one
know if I
last thing.
explained that well, so.
Yeah, that was good, yeah. And the
Okay.
debate time, has it been reduced to 2 minutes from 3 minutes per speaker?
It has, because most of our speakers have actually spoken for like a minute and a half in the debates. So we have reduced the time because we just want it to be more efficient, and we want you guys to be more compact when you're speaking.
Sure, thank you.
All right, thank you for your question. Okay, I guess we can have some time for some more, because I see like 20 of you have raised your hands. Thank you so much for your question, guys. I mean, I'm glad to see that you guys have been following and that you have so many questions to ask us. Okay, we have a beer. I have unmuted you. Hello.
Yes, how are we going to compete alone?
Compete alone. Okay, you can't compete alone, so you have to have a team. But as I said, Owlypia can put you in a team with someone who is in your same age category. We can form a team for you, and then you can meet these people and compete with them. The only individual challenge that you will have is the knowledge challenge. So you study for that one yourself and you take that, but that's going to be a part of the 5 challenges. And you have to have a team to participate in the other 4. So you can't really, compete alone. Is that all? Is that okay? All right, let's see who else we have here. We have Nuran. Hi, Nuran. I've unmuted you.
Hello. It's my first time in Owlypia Virtual.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah, thanks. And I have just one question. How will we connect with our team, and how we will, for example, advise them something? How we will speak with them? For example, there is impromptu challenge, as I heard. How we will, how are we going to talk with each other?
Okay. For the challenges, so like I mentioned, you guys are going to have some breakout rooms. So just like you and I are speaking right now, you're going to have the chance to speak with your team like this. For example, for the pen down challenge, once you guys are in your breakout room, you're free to do whatever you want. You can turn on your cameras and talk to each other and discuss like this. you can discuss over your Google Docs. When it comes to the public speaking challenge, the speechcraft challenge, again, you're going to have 10 minutes of preparation in a separate breakout room with your team where you guys are going to be able to see and hear each other and have full freedom on how you're going to prepare. And of course, in those 10 minutes for the speechcraft challenge, you guys are also free to use any resources on the internet. You know, you can Google something related to your topic, you can fact check, you can, you know, try to find someone to quote, or, you know, you can get creative with it. So that's how you guys are going to prepare through the breakout rooms that we're going to put you in. Each team will have their breakout room.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you for your question. Okay, let's see. Have a bit more time. Inara. Hi, Inara. I've unmuted you.
My question was that for all the competitions, there are 2 days, like we finish the competition in 2 days, and the third day is the award ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
I also had another question that if we have our own teammates, then it is all our choice. We can, like, if we want to pair up with them, or is there any necessary, like you will put us with some people?
Well, if you're asking if you can choose your teammates, yes, you guys can request to be in the same team or just write your same team name. But if I didn't quite answer your question well, you can try to repeat and maybe help me understand your question a bit better.
It's fine.
Okay, if that's it, thank you. Thank you for your question. Okay, let's see some more raised hands. We have Darshan. Hi, Darshan, I've unmuted you.
Hi. Yeah, I wanted to know, so if you wrote the previous rounds and you got a discount, how will it, is it still the same code?
Sorry, you were breaking up a bit, so I couldn't quite catch that. Is it okay if I ask you to repeat the question?
Yeah, sure. No, I was saying if you got a discount code from the previous rounds, will it still apply? Like, is it still the same code?
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, great question. I can't believe we haven't talked about this, you guys. So let's say you have a discount code from the online challenge in April, and you have a 15% discount code. You can use this discount code for the global virtuals. And, you know, any discount code you have, of course, I know some of you have maybe higher ones, lower ones. So yeah. However, the thing is, you guys can't add up two discount codes. So sometimes we have Owlypians who say, oh, I got a 10% discount code in the March round, and I got 15% discount code in the summer challenge in June. Can I add those up? So we can't quite add the discount codes, and we can't add the percentages that you guys have gotten, but you can always choose, if you got two, you can choose to use the higher one. And of course, you still have the Owlypia Summer Challenge coming up 8 days from now, 8 or 9 days from now. It's on August 8th. And you can try to get an even higher discount there that you can use for the global virtuals. So yes, great question. Thank you. Let's see some more questions. We have Ayman. Hi, Ayman.
Hi, I had a question about the online rounds that are going to take place on 8th August.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like answering 90 questions in 90 minutes. So
Yes.
I wanted to ask about that. Are the questions only going to be MCQs, or are there other kinds of questions that are going to come?
Oh, good question. So for our summer challenge, the questions are going to be multiple choice questions. You're going to have 90 questions, 90 minutes, multiple choice about your subject that you choose, the one that you're most interested in.
And I wanted to ask that that's an individual competition, right? Each of the person is individually doing that.
Yes.
And can you tell me about that? What kind of questions, like, are they going to be very detailed and precise, or generalized form of questions?
Well, they're not going to be too detailed, but, you know, depending on your resources, sometimes you'll have a video that has a really important point, and then the question is about that. Or sometimes it can be about like a part in a book that was really, really important, or a video or a movie.
Okay.
So it depends, yeah.
Another confusion I had, that was on 8th August. Are you going to send us a link and then we're going to do the questions?
Yeah, so
Okay.
once you apply, you're gonna get a link on your email, and then you're gonna get, it's sort of gonna be like an access link, because of course not everyone can access it, and then you're gonna enter that on the day of the competition. You just have to be really careful with the time zone. So I believe the competition is at 8:30 GMT, so you just have to check what that is for your time zone, and then you enter the link, and the competition starts. So yes, if that's it, thank you. Okay, we have time for one more question, guys. There are so many of you, I don't know who to pick. Let's go with Rossi. Hi, Rossi, I've unmuted you.
Okay, so I have the question that like we will do the competition and then like do it every time. How will we collect the medals?
Good question. So the top 3 teams, they're going to be, well, actually 6 teams total. So 3 teams from Owlets and 3 teams from Owlys. They're going to receive their medals by mail. So let's say you are in one of the top teams, and I'm going to email you after the competition and say, congratulations, Rossi. You were in our top 3. You won a silver medal. Can you please give us your address so that we can ship your medal to you? And then you're going to get your medal. Okay. So that's all the time we have, you guys. If there is a question that you really wanted to ask that we haven't answered either in the presentation or in this question and answer session, please email us at info@owlypia.org. We're going to send you any links that you need, any videos that you need, information that you need. And remember the email that I talked about today, the email that you get once you register for the Owlypia Global Virtuals. Once you register, just keep tracking your email, since that's the most important, thing. That's how we're going to be communicating with you. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your attention. And I hope to see you all join us at the Owlypia Global Virtuals. I have no doubt that you guys are going to be great, that you're going to prepare yourselves and challenge yourselves with us. And I can't wait to see who's going to be joining us. So thanks once again, and I'll see you guys.